going on, guys? It's Debo here from PRC Works, and today's a great day actually. We're gonna start my 1984 AE86 SR5 to GTS swap. Right here we have my 86. I bought this car probably about 7 years ago. Really just kind of tore it down, put a couple stuff on it, sway bars, etc. Sway bars, struts, lowering springs, etc. And it's sat. It's just been a blank, empty slate. I've been slowly waiting, saving up funds, trying to build it. We have a full car right back here behind us. That's a full 1987 GTS coupe, and we're going to be swapping all the guts from it into this. So hopefully it'll go great. There's a couple things you guys might want to have before you do this swap. Alright, so there's a couple things you guys are going to want for this swap. First off, you're going to want this. It's the full Toyota manual for the 86. Involves everything about the SR5 and the GTS 4AG and 4AC engines. That's a necessity. Well, not a necessity, but it'll make it a hell of a lot easier. Put everything down here. Torque specs, body, steering shit, you know what I mean? Second off, you're going to need this project car, issue number, I think it's 15. It has a Taco Ueno Pro Drifter, shows you how exactly step by step how to do the swap from here to stripping the car down. Pretty sweet, all the way to wiring harnesses, showing you wires and how to reuse stuff and other things like that, which actually with this swap we won't be. So yeah, those two things are very awesome and will make this a hell of a lot easier. I personally haven't done the swap yet myself, but I have a lot of faith. I've been researching this swap for a number of years, and it's just been sitting waiting. I've had other car projects kind of taking up my time. So, this is originally the first project I was supposed to start, and it just got put on burner to burner to burner. So, but now we're going to begin this, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it, because there's really not a lot of info online about this. There was a little bit from on Club 4AG, and it got taken down. Something happened. They revamped the site, and we lost a bunch of stuff. So, and I'm going to be basically using what I remember from that on this. So, my hatch. 1984 AE86 Corolla, fairly clean, somewhat. It's got some rusty spots, but it's an 84 and this is Canada, so got some random brand meshes on it, just for this drift burner, so I haven't used yet. It's got a, I believe it's a Uraz wide body. It was made actually for a coupe, and it's been, the original owner molded it into the hatch. Sadly, he didn't do the best job though. There's cracks in it, and right there you can see exactly the line you put it in. It doesn't help it's been sitting outside, but fairly sweet car. Oh, and I guess I'll point this out since it's right here. This is the GTS, so we're swapping all the guts into the hatch. Terribly rotten car. As you can see, already have most of it gutted. I haven't done the gutting I've done on this thing on my hatch yet, so I'll show you guys, I'll walk you guys through that first. Don't worry about that. Oh, it's already popped. Kind of hard to do this camera in my hand, but we got this. Completely stock GTS. Was running when I got it, so it's been sitting for probably about 4 years. I bought this thing a little after I bought the hatch, but it does run. Wipers work, everything works on it. Oh, hot as blazes out here. So first off, let's do, first thing you should do for the swap, prepare yourself. There's a lot to do. It's very intensive, but it's not too complicated if you have two cars. If you're just throwing it together from pieces, good luck. It's gonna be hard for you. It's gonna be expensive. You may as well just buy another car if you can. I know it's really hard to find these GTSs at all anymore. So, but anyways, first off, get that 4AC out. Mine's already gone. pretty simple, actually, just yanking it out. You really don't need much off from the 4AC, so just rip it all out. I'm not done stripping it, but we'll finish this off today, hopefully. So first off, we're just going to, since my car is already partly stripped, we're just going to start off with removing what's left. Right now, I'm just going to be removing these hose clamps, and you know, any other doodads. Wiper motor could stay, but I know that one works, so I might just swap it anyways for the fuck of it. Yeah, just the random doodads inside the engine bay. So let's get to it. Most bolts inside the engine bay are also 10mm. Next off, we're going to be taking off this brake booster. I believe this is still the SR5 one. The original owner did kind of start the swap and then just put in the like GTS tank, and that was it. And he said he'd started doing brakes but he never finished. So I don't really know what's been done. So, because there's really no way to tell the difference by looking at them as far as I can assume, I'm just going to rip it off and put the other one on. Before you actually take these bolts off, maybe we should try to actually get off these brake lines. They're probably pretty rusty, and I'm probably going to have to use a lot of force to get them off, so let's do that first. Alright, so we grab some penetrating fluid. Make sure you have some decent penetrating fluid. It might make the job just a shit ton easier. You do not want to break bolts. Spray those down. Make sure you shake up the cannon well first, I already did. The bolts are also a 10mm. Alright, you got this little bastard out. This thingy right here. Now we're going to move on to the GTS, which hopefully you have a GTS. And you can find one in here somewhere. Right there. You can see it. There we go. On your driver's side shock tower, just like on the SR5. So let's rip that off. I won't show you guys that, but we'll get it off. Alright, well, we got our other proportioning valve of the GTS. The old one's sitting over here, and what I'm going to do now is take my Dremel. It's a decent focus. It's a decent cleaning bit. So we're going to take that to this, clean it up. You guys may as well take the time to do it right. This is a long swap, and you don't want to be putting all these rusty shitty parts into your nice painted or not painted, you know, GT or SR5 chassis. It's not worth it in the end, because you'll just be doing the same amount of work going back over things. Like, if you know how the vehicle runs and everything, and you know all the stuff's good, you may as well clean it up. So let's get it. Looking much better. Too bad there's like nothing left on my bit. One thing you're gonna notice too is if you're using these wire brushes, they don't last that long. They really don't. I have used this a couple other times and other things, but really haven't used it that much. But simply grab another one. Oh god, this one's kind of small too. We need to get some new bits. Alright, so we got it all cleaned up now. It looks decent, nice and silver for the most part. So we're just going to spray with some WD-40. Normally I would suggest using brake cleaner just because it'll actually clean decently. But I'm just going to spray it. Grab myself a shop towel and wipe away any brake fluid that might be left or anything. I'm going to give it a quick splash of paint before we go to throw it back on, and we'll probably go take off the booster. Now we're going to spray it with some paint. Any paint should be fine. I'm just using Rust-Oleum. Brake booster doesn't really get hot, so it should be okay. Try to avoid spraying in there. For the most part, Kim. There, we'll let that dry for a little bit and see where we're at. Next up, since we have the proportioning valve doing its thing, drying the paint over there, we may as well take this off, the booster. 12 mil, 2 bolts, 1, 2. And this thing should just pop right off. Alright guys, that's gonna be pretty much it. Just did a quick vacuum of the interior to kind of get a look at how bad the rust is getting. Yeah, it's getting there, but I'm just gonna cut out the whole floor there and weld in new. Same thing back there. Ouch. But what can you do? Alright guys, like, comment, subscribe as always. It's Devo here from PRC Works. Keep watching, and we'll continue the 86 build over the next couple weeks or months or however long it takes. So take it easy. Peace.